we are again on Catfish Best Source. Of course, we're live for the second time ever here, so we're going to find out how good we really are. We're going to do something a little special. We're going to actually call this one a beer cast because we're joined once again by Jeremy from Half Brothers and some other special guests. But onward and upward, welcome to another edition of Catfish Best Source. I'm your host, Brad Durick. This time joined by producer Dale, as always, and producer Katie from Season 2. We're going to turn to her in just a minute because I'm trying to push buttons. She's all ready for the beer cast part. Season 3 sponsors, as always, presented by Half Brothers Brewing, Thunder Rays Auto Repair, Brothers Firearms, Musk Ox, Snow Blowers, and Chiller Bait Tanks. Couple reminders before we get rolling. Sign up for the Catfish Capital Challenge in Drayton, August 11th and 12th. You can do that online, catfishdrayton.com. Also, the Moorhead Catfish Tournament on July 8th. You can sign up for that one at i29classic.com. So here we are. I'm going to turn all these microphones up. Katie's just chomping at the bit here. Welcome back, producer Katie.
Oh, light. I just realized that. I looked at him dark. Dale's hitting the light, beating the crap out of it. Take the stick and just poke it.
All right, we'll come back to her.
Yep, hi.
John Falk joins us again from our last cast.
Good morning, everybody. Let's go.
And as I mentioned earlier, the famous, the one and only Jeremy from Half Brothers Brewing.
I don't know if I'd go that far in the world, but
You're awful dark, too, on the screen.
I am. It happens, it looks like.
You know, you guys should see Dale here trying to beat the hell out of this light.
Somebody get him a bigger. It's actually a finger on a stick. He's just poking at it.
This guy is, oh my God.
Anyway, this is going to be a whole interesting Catfish Best Source because it's full of fun and frivolity. Probably debauchery will make no sense, and we're going to take it where it goes. But first things first, if we're going to sample a Half Brothers beverage, Miss Katie, get the ID out because we don't believe you.
No.
Okay.
Okay, we believe you. I know.
Oh, ID. Is that what you said?
ID.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's in the back.
Yeah, we
I'm
checked
not
it
getting
before.
it. Yeah, you did. You did check it.
There, you're looking good with a Half Brothers.
Promise, I'm over 21.
So I know because we were here last year. What do
You
we
all
got?
know me.
We're on out in the hallway.
Oh. Some girl just came up and went like this in the window.
They both had it on.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I have
Shout out. Thanks for watching.
I have a fan.
Yeah.
Dale.
Brad Durick Fan Club.
Dale comments, no glitches, I promise.
They're probably thinking, why is that guy hitting that light?
I already broke a promise.
Yeah.
If it's not microphones, it's lights.
All right.
I'd rather take the lights than the microphones.
Let's clear off the table here. A minute here. I brought in some more super clean stuff. They were our sponsor
Come on.
here earlier for our giveaways. We have all different varieties in studio today. We have the regular original super clean. We have the all wheel cleaners. So a couple years ago, or when I talk about Thunder Ray on this show, I talk about breaking the bearing and Thunder Ray helping me get my bearings back situated. Well, all the grease sprayed all over the wheel. It was that wheel cleaner that got all the grease off. The aerosol variety, I really like this one for countertops. And Mr. John Falk will turn around with the floor absorbent. Turn it around and face it to my camera.
Here we are.
There we go. So we just want to thank the good people at Super Clean for sponsoring us this year. Another thing, which you're going to notice in the next two shows, is this is normally a recorded show because I am clean shaven now with a nice haircut. And in the next two shows, I'm going to look like this guy.
Okay.
Maybe not quite this guy. So, anyway, like we said, we're going to have a beer cast. So, Miss Katie, what would you like from Half Brothers Brewing for your
Oh,
first
definitely.
sample?
I've always wanted to try the Nodak 23 one. I see that at the
23.
Yeah.
I even
So
brought,
Jeremy's going to explain some of the differences in these beers and what they are, because that's why we're doing a beer cast today.
Well, I've actually brought you a bunch of different things today. A couple things were requested, but the rest of it is all of some of our newer stuff. But yeah, we'll get into that when we get to that point. Our Nodak 23 is a Vienna style lager. So that means it's going to be nice and crisp, nice and clean. It's going to be a little bit of a caramelness to it. Nothing super crazy, but super crushable, super easy to drink. And see, look, I got prepared this.
Yeah, I just got a photo. Actually, somebody who's watching the show is at Half Brothers right now. Eating
Awesome.
pizza.
Cool. Great.
Yeah.
Nice.
So thanks for tuning in, Jeff Carl.
Yeah, definitely. We wouldn't be in this where we're at in this world if it wasn't for everyone that comes in to the brewery. North 3rd Street, 17 North 3rd Street is our location, directly downtown. Neat little place. If you haven't been there, please go visit it. You will have a good time there. My beer tenders are amazing. My kitchen staff is amazing,
Well,
and
I'll
they
take
just
that one.
produce. You want that little
Yeah.
guy?
That no, can we? Okay.
Sorry.
So we
Sure.
need.
Yeah.
We said this last time. John is not a big beer guy, although he does love pink fluffy
He
unicorns.
did.
Oh, yeah.
I did get a
It's so
request to
fluffy,
bring you
I'm
beer.
gonna die.
It is.
I went and bought pink fluffy.
Every time you
unicorn.
take a drink tonight of one of these, I want you to say that.
It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it's going
I
to be
could
fun.
do it when I gargle too. It'll be great. Challenge accepted.
So this beer is a Vienna style lager.
So Katie's new to beer drinking, and we're gonna get some
Oh,
odd.
thanks.
No, that's fine. That's fine. There's a beer for everyone out there, and you're going to taste things that you're not going to like, and it's okay to say no. I don't like that. But for me, many years ago, it took one beer for me to take a drink of to go, oh my god, that's delicious, and the floodgates opened up. And as a person who's been in the selling beer for 15 plus years, there is beers I do not like. There's styles I do not like, and that's perfectly fine. So what the point of this is finding a beer that you're going to be able to drink, not, hey, give me what you drink. No, this isn't my adventure. This is yours, you know? So like I said, there's going to be stuff in here that you're probably going to like, and there's going to be stuff that you're going to be like, I don't ever want to taste that again. And that's perfectly okay. The fact is you try it.
And
That's what matters.
Going back to the commercial, Half Brothers Brewing was a sponsor last year when producer Katie was here. And I was learning that. Exactly what you just said. I was learning that. And, you know, we would try some after the show. And I said to her exactly what you said. Eventually, you're going to find what you want. Now,
Yeah.
turns out I like just about all of it. But the pickle beer. And I'm the only person in the city that doesn't.
Nope, you're not. I am not the biggest fan of pickles in the world,
So there you
unfortunately. Now, my wife, on the other hand, loves the pickle beer. And we have lots of family back in Bismarck that absolutely loves pickle beer. But for me,
My wife loves it.
no.
My friends love it. I don't.
Like camping, where you might have had too much fun the night before, you put about half can of beer in a cup, the other half tomato juice, and that's a good way to start your morning. It fixes you.
Oh, I bet. All right, Katie, here you go.
What? Oh.
Yes or no?
Okay, I brushed my teeth before I came here, so I think it's like the
Idiot.
toothpaste.
Idiot.
That's why it's gross.
Why would you
but-
do that?
I know. It's all right.
It's all
So,
right.
like-
So what do you? Okay, now tell me, what do you like and what don't you like about it?
It just tastes like I don't like beer.
That's fine.
I'm like more of like a White Claw person, but you know, at least I tried it. I see.
They have seltzers downtown on 17
Yes.
North 3rd Street.
5 different flavors.
Yeah. I
Dale,
s-
how about you? Where
Yeah.
you? Do you got a camera, Dale? Or are you just
Yeah,
kind of sitting in
I'm
the
right
middle?
next to. There we go. Right next to John. What's up? And this chair only goes up this high, so this of all the chairs, we got the like 5 of these chairs in.
I don't
order,
need
like,
to show
yeah.
me taking a drink of this because I've had it twice this season. Dale, what do you
So
think?
this is a Nodak then, right?
This is Nodak
Yes,
23.
it's Nodak 23.
Yeah, Nodak. I think I tried this for the first time a couple weeks ago, and up until that point, the classic was my favorite.
Yep.
But this one goes down just a little bit smoother
Yeah.
than the classic. So I think this is my new favorite Half Brothers beer.
Well, and that's what's fun about that is that the color scares people because people go, "I don't like dark beer." Well,
That's really not dark.
color means nothing when it comes to beer. Color is produced by your grain build. So when people see that, they get really turned off by the darkness of it, and it's not that bad. But once you taste it, it changes your perspective when it comes to beers because beers is more about style than color. You know, a lot of people pick their beer off their color. Well, I can pour you this pale that I brought with us versus this Vienna lager, and this is the pale I brought is super hoppy, super bitter, but the color on this turns people away, so they go for that light one first, and it's fun to watch people when they taste it and they go, "Wow, that's actually good."
And,
Yeah.
and do you have some like lighter beers too that are a little bit more taste a bit more hoppier than what they may indicate?
We do. We we joke about making beer that tastes like beer again. You know, you guys did the brown ale already from us, I guess, on your last show, which you will talk about in the future. Not today.
Oh,
The future show.
yeah, we
Weird.
already did that one, I think.
Oh, well, perfect then. Like our wedding wheat is a wheat style beer. Super easy to drink. It does have a little more flavor to it. Albino Buffalo is kind of pretty much our classic that's been soaked on coffee beans. So as you have the classic before, nice crisp, nice and clean. More of our version of like a domestic style beer, but it does have a coffee bite to the backside of it. So these are all beers that are easier. We also have our Lumberjack Snack, which is a red style, a little more of a caramel flavor, a little bit more of a heavier mouthfeel than you're going to get out of this Nodak. So we try to make beer that for everyone that comes in can enjoy a beer. You know, depending on where your level of what beers you want to drink. You know, so it's fun in that department because we got stuff that's heavily fruited sours. We have stuff that's super fruity and super hazy for IPAs. We have stuff that's, you know, super bitter and crisp and clean. You know, we have a coconut porter. Our flavor spectrum is all over the place.
Coconut beer.
Yeah, a coconut porter. So a little bit of a chocolateness to it, with a nice coconut to it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that pours completely black in the glass.
Oh wow.
So that's one of those that people see and they go, "Oh, I don't want that. That's too dark." Well, taste it before you decide if you like it or not.
The way that one was described to me when it first came out was it's like an Almond Joy in a glass. And there's a not win for me because I don't like coconut.
See,
But you tried it.
But I tried it.
See?
Yeah.
That's what it's about today.
and like I will never fault anyone in the world as long as you try something and you don't like it. That's cool. You tried it.
And I
But when you
think-
come in and say, "I don't like that," well, have you ever had it? No. Well, how
That's
do you
why
know?
we're
you-
here.
Yeah, right. How do you know you don't like it at that point in time? So.
I know you've kind of implied it, but I guess just in case people are wondering, I think I've done this at Half Brothers. So people could just get a sample before.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. We want to find you a beer that you're going to enjoy drinking versus something you're going to see the cool name, you're going to get it, and you're going to be like, wow, I don't like this. I want you to sit back and enjoy your beer. There's no point of choking down a beer when we have this many different flavors. I think I have 21 different beers on tap right now. You know, there's no point of suffering through a beer when you come to our brewery.
This guy knows me well enough when I walk in and there's something new, he just goes and gets the little glass and goes, "Here, you haven't tried this one yet."
You haven't tried it, but you might not. Pretty sure you're not going to like it.
Yeah,
But he
that's-
still tries it.
Yeah, and you've hit a home run on a couple of them too. Lumberjack Snack being one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just got a great name.
Okay, so you pick a new one for Miss Katie over here, and I am going to change to a fishing show for a moment.
Okay.
So, producer Katie, I understand you went catfishing for the first time last summer, and I would like you to tell the world about it.
Yeah, so for years and years, ever since I worked here, we all know that John Roberts catfishes just like you, and he's been trying to get me to go catfishing for as long as I can remember. And I finally just said, you know what, I'll do it. We have more.
We have a lot of
We have an audience,
spectators tonight.
Yeah, a bit more mall
That-
traffic.
Yeah, so I ended up texting him. I said, hey, me and my dad, we will go catfishing because my dad's never been catfishing either. And he always said, oh, okay, I'm going to have you fill this up like half
Oh, you got a class coming.
with that one.
Too late.
Oh, too late. Okay,
Yeah, you
it's
already
all
have a
good.
cup.
Spilling
Anyway,
stuff
yeah,
everywhere.
we went last summer. I'm sure you saw the pics on Facebook, and it was
I saw you
interesting.
on the river, actually.
Yeah, Brad just sped right past us, just flying while we were sitting there waiting for them to bite. I reeled in 2 of them, by the way.
And they look big from the pictures. Mm-hmm. Did you
Done.
almost get pulled out, or did you almost drop an expensive rod?
No, I had to like hold it like this. So, fish coming in this way, that was my tactic.
So would you go back again?
I would. It was fun. It was relaxing, just chilling, cracking one.
So tell me about the river. I mean, a lot of people, especially folks who grew up here, think the river's icky and dirty and nasty, and I'm sure you very much enjoyed the boat ride once you got out there.
It was very peaceful. Just seeing like obviously I go over the Red River all the time. Well, the bridge over on Gateway, and you just don't see the nature of it. You know, the
Right.
trees. We saw deer.
Genie beavers,
Yeah, we did. Oh, and turtles.
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 Something.
Okay, Beer Maestro. We're going to interrupt your story. What do we got
Okay.
next?
Oh, not Maestro. Just a guy that likes to do market research in the world. Next is Albino Buffalo. This was actually just released in yesterday. We had something special in the brewery happen. This was a couple's favorite beer that they got with us and talked to us and asked if we could do it. And we kind of released it on the day that they were getting engaged in the tap room on Sunday. We print out a special menu for them saying about how this is a great beer to enjoy while you're getting engaged, all this, which is kind of a really neat experience for someone else. That it was neat for us to be able to change someone's life like that, to be part of it, and revolves around a beer because it was their favorite beer. So that was kind of fun. So this is Albino Buffalo. This is a golden ale, which is going to be along the same lines of what Classic is. It's going to be crisp. It's going to be clean, a little bit of a grainy flavor to it, kind of like you'd get out of a nice domestic. But we also, then we take this and we soak it on coffee beans. So you will finish with a nice coffee flavor to it. You can smell it.
I can smell it.
Yeah, I
It's,
can.
it's
As
very
soon as you
predominant.
started pouring it, we
Yeah.
could smell it. Yeah, great smell.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you like coffee and you're looking for something that's not going to be super roasty or bitter, this is the beer that you're going to go for. And like I said, these are what I like to call transition beers. It gets people out of that domestic market into something that's going to be a little more flavor, more of a craft beer for
All right,
someone
let
to
her
try.
buck, Katie.
When are we doing it? All right. Every time I drink, you're just gonna see my face. Yeah, I actually don't like coffee, but we'll see.
You'll like coffee as you age.
Oh,
It has more
Oh.
flavor than the Nodak one for some reason.
yep.
Not bad.
That's the coffee.
It
you're
doesn't give
getting
me
out
like
of it.
a.
No, that's fine. I got stuff that will do that for
My
you.
turn.
So we'll
No,
get
I have
to it.
not had this one. This is new to me.
Oh yes.
For typically not liking a coffee beer, I like this one.
It's not overpowering.
Nope.
It's not like you just drank a cup of coffee. You know, sometimes when people hear
Your turn, Dale.
names of flavors, they think that that's all they're going to taste, or they associate it with getting a cup of coffee. You know.
Yeah. Now I know I had in the past there was a different coffee beer I think you did once before. I don't know if
There's
The
bunch
Bully
of 'em.
Brew
Yeah, Bully Brew.
Brown Ale.
Yeah, that one. This one, I want to say in comparison, is a little bit more smoother than that
Yep.
one. It definitely tastes the coffee a little bit. It kind of at first makes me think it's going to taste like a caramel type little mild taste of caramel beer, but yeah, real smooth. I like it.
Yeah, super easy to drink. And we do have that in cans in the tap room.
But,
So-
oh, sweet.
Yeah. So you can totally come in, get off sale. I think it's $16.99 for a 4-pack of that.
Okay, sweet.
So
Good
yeah,
deal.
totally $5 pints. Perfectly good beer. We can sit down and have a couple of them. Lower ABV, so you're not up in that 6, 7, 8 range. But yeah, so you can sit back and have a few of them and not have to worry about stumbling out the door.
Now you mentioned like transition beers, and you were talking a little bit earlier about starter beers, and I think coffee. Coffee to start the day. Do you find people doing coffee beer to start their session with, maybe, or if they're there earlier in the day?
You know, it could. I don't see why you wouldn't have a coffee beer in the morning. I mean, depending on what you do for a living, you know, they might frown upon it a little bit here and there, but yeah, no, I think this is more subtle. If you want to have more coffee, that would be our Bully Brew Coffee Brown Ale, which would be the brown ale you guys had last week, with heavily soaked on coffee. So that's where you get that little bit of a nuttiness, and then that super bitter from the coffee behind it. Where we try to keep this one a lot more subtle.
Yeah, I dig it. Seal of approval.
It's a
All right.
yes from me, by the way.
For people that don't like beer, this is
It's a
fantastic.
yes from producer Katie.
This one's a yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
producer Dale, we should pay some bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry to take you out of your chair.
It's all good. We got this.
So while we're on this here quick, it says Series 11 on the can. Series 11 is out now. What is that?
That
Is
I
it
don't
just
have
one
an
of the
answer
stickers
for.
on. Okay, maybe it's just one of the stickers on there. Albino. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I have not seen this beer yet. This is the first time that I've been introduced to this beer since I've been with the brewery. This is something they've done in the past. I know I've had a lot of people asking me about it since I've been there since June.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not quite sure what that
Maybe
means.
Chad's watching and can chime in. And
I
we
would,
can-
you know, if he is, I hope he does, because I'm curious myself now. I try to be a little more prepared about things, but that's one I've never seen.
So,
Should we call the brewery and ask?
oh, I think
I
they would
mean-
refer you to him.
I'm sorry, our manager's not here right now, but here's his email.
That's almost worth the phone call.
No, my beer tenders are there right now. They would probably have that answer. I do got a couple of beer tenders that have been around since the brewery opened itself, which I'm very fortunate to have those guys.
Bob's one of them. Was Dallas the other?
Yes, sir.
Both of them.
Bob and Dallas.
So, well, let's pay a couple bills here for a minute, gentlemen, and Katie.
Thank you very much.
Thunder Ray. We've talked about Thunder Ray. We talk about Thunder Ray every week. Everyone with a car or truck will need a repair at one time or another. May I recommend Thunder Ray's Auto Repair in Grand Forks? Ray's a friend of the show and catfishing, and when he started his own shop, I knew he would do just great. Just drive by, they're always full of cars. The other night he had a good one that one of his guys said the parking lot's full of cars, and he said to the employee, you can only work on one at a time. So anyway, I got a kick out of that, and they roll them through there like crazy. Our family has been taking our vehicles to Ray ever since he opened the shop. They fix all makes and models of vehicles. Besides fixing your car or truck, they can order any tires you need. They can rotate, balance wheels. From my own experience, as I already mentioned, they can fix bearings on trailers and whatever else you need. Oil changes, tire changes, brakes, starters, alternators, electrical, every other thing you can do. Just general upkeep. And they can help you restore your muscle car as well. If you want fast, honest service, think Ray's. Thunder Ray's on North Washington and Grand Forks. For more information or to make your appointment, thunderrays.com. Brothers Firearms, right down the hall from Grand Forks Best Source in the Grand Cities Mall. They buy, sell, and trade new and used firearms. Brothers has got you covered with anything you need, from tons of firearms, silencers, all the way to flamethrowers. And Brothers Firearms is veteran-owned, and yes, if you look behind me, you will see the flamethrowers. Check them out at Brothers Firearms in the Grand Cities Mall, Grand Forks, open Monday through Friday, 11 to 6, Saturdays, noon to 4. Brothers Firearms, protecting America since 2015 at brothersfirearmshop.com. Should we pay the last bill while we're here, Dale?
Sure, let's go for it.
Chiller bait tanks. Everyone in catfishing knows that fresh bait is a key to better success. Keep your bait fresh and alive longer with chiller bait tanks. Now, I just heard that they're expecting winter kills here in northern bait ponds, so keeping your bait alive and fresh is going to be even more important than ever. Chiller bait tanks are the only fully insulated rotomolded tank on the market, making them the most durable bait tank on the market. What they do is they feature an off-chamber aeration which concentrates on the oxygen in water, focuses the 21% oxygen into the pump bay, keeping bubble agitation and happy minnows. Available in 30 and 45 gallon models, both which include free shipping. Each tank includes 3-stage quick change filter and customizable power cord. Chiller bait tanks are compact and durable, give you many years of worry-free bait keeping. For more information or to buy your last bait tank, check them out on the web, chillerbaitank.com. All right, where were we?
Beer.
Katie was enjoying this beer, so
I like it. I like the design on this too, by the way. Very artistic.
It is. So I learned that you can
Yeah,
peel the labels
I like
off.
this.
Oh yeah, they're just big
Peel
stickers.
the labels off, and they
stick 'em
stick
right over here.
anywhere you want to stick them.
That's where
So
the
you can start collecting the labels of everything you drink and try.
Yeah.
I got a freezer in my garage that's just covered in all the different labels that I've.
We actually
Tried.
offer in the tap room. Our old labels that for beers that we don't make anymore, or just the end of a roll or something like that. We have a big rack that you can actually go and cut your own labels off and take them home as stickers.
Ooh,
Yeah.
good to know.
So what we do when I do, like, you see the sticker splashes around the building on our water jug, things like that, I just go and literally take labels and cut them out, disassembled, and sticker splash things that way. But yeah.
I always love the artistic labels you guys have. What would you say would be like one of your all-time favorite labels, one or two of them, current or past?
Well, like I said, I've only been with the company since June. Drink Among Us was probably one of my favorites. It was a traditional West Coast style IPA, crisp, clean. You could see through the glass. Nice pininess to it, super bitter. That was probably one of my favorites. And, Pink Fluffy Unicorns Dancing on Rainbows. It's just absolutely hilarious. People, you get like the manliest people come and go, I want to get one of those unicorn things. Like,
And
you mean a
him.
pink
It's
fluffy?
so good. It is.
Okay.
Right?
Okay,
but yeah, that's probably one
Katie
of my
would
favorites.
like a pink fluffy unicorn dancing on
yeah.
rainbows. I
We're
think.
going to get to that because what I'm doing now is I'm actually opening the beers in a certain order.
Okay.
So that way, versus opening something that's super bitter or super sweet in the very beginning, which will wreck your palate for everything else that I'm offering for you to taste.
And
so
that's why we brought you here to go through it properly.
I'm just a guy that likes beer. I can't help it. So what we're gonna do next is our wedding wheat. Yeah, you got to give me an empty glass.
Just got a message again from a second person that's at Half Brothers, and we talked them into buying albino buffalo.
Yes.
This is working today.
Hey, this is good. This is good.
Beercast.
I'm okay with this. I mean, believe it or not, I like to drink beer.
Put it in the red one and go half, because I have to drive home. Go half with the red one.
There's Ubers.
Yes, there
You
are.
can be a responsible human. Oops, it happened.
Perfect.
So what this is, everyone got one?
I'll get there.
Okay. Hey, what do you drink?
Thanks, Brad.
3, 2, 1, go. Peer pressure. Yeah, that's an interesting. Just gargling your coffee in the morning, huh? All right, you might like this one.
Okay, wedding wheat. Tell us about this.
Wedding wheat is a wheat style beer. So you're gonna get more of an earthiness out of it. It has a little bit of a heavier mouthfeel. You almost get notes of like bread. They tend to have a little more of a yeastiness to them, which gives you that doughiness, that breadness to them. Wheats are super crushable. If you think of like a Blue Moon is a Belgian style wheat. So you're gonna get, sometimes you get like flavors of like banana out of them, things like that. One of those step above a lager or a golden ale, but still super easy to drink. So go ahead, give it a try. What do you think?
It's not a shot.
Jeez.
You look like you're afraid of that one.
It's all right. The coffee one is still my favorite, though.
Okay.
This one's all right.
But like I said, still super light, super crushable.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, on a side note, this is actually a beer that Chad made for him and his wife's wedding. It's a little pretty close to the same variation, but tweaked just a little bit. But yeah, it was a beer that he made for his wedding.
I like the label on that one. It reminds me of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah. And at 4.5%, you can sit back and have a few of these.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So everything we've started off with, 4.5%. What's the NODAC? The NODAC is another 5.3.
It's 5. Whoa.
Oh, we're not. Fluffy's 6.
You're going to have to go half with Fluffy on this
Should've
one.
So you're going to want a whole Fluffy.
Should have brought some double trouble for her.
We actually don't even have Double Trouble right now. It is gone. That's a nice 8%
Nice
hazy
8%
that we do.
one.
That's your most potent one?
We actually, let's see, the biggest I've seen so far is 8%. We just tapped out our Blackheart Double Black IPA. That was an 8%. Our Double Trouble's 8%. Afternoon Squeeze, that guy's up there quite a bit too. But
I like this one a lot.
yeah,
A lot.
It's super easy to drink. It's a good summer beer. Wheat beers are more of a spring to summertime. If you think of like a Leinenkugels or if you ever, I don't know if you guys have Widmer out here or not. I don't think you do. Where people, I'm from Seattle, so my beer options that I've had growing up are quite amazing. Oh yeah, that's me. And
Is that your work calling that somebody's asking silly questions because some podcast people asked them?
no, that is just an alarm I have for every day. Yeah,
Get home for dinner.
something like that.
I'm with you guys. I definitely like this one. Usually, I've had a few wheat beers in the past, and usually when I think wheat beers, I'm preparing for that instant bite. But no, compared to other wheat beers, I've only had a couple over the years. This one is definitely the smoothest wheat
Yeah,
beer I've ever had.
another good transition beer, another crushable beer. Stays in the realm of what the style of a beer should be. That's one of the, like I said, jokes we're making. We make beer flavored beer again. We're not just about the big heavy fruited sours or the big heavy hazies, things like that, which we do. We do those very well. But it's for me, it's fun to see, being a person that's been in this beer industry as long as I have, to see traditional basic beers coming back out again. Because everyone wants to do something crazy. Everyone wants to build the craziest flavors and the juiciest and just make me a beer that tastes like a beer again. And we do that. And Chad and the guys in the brewery do a great job at it.
So I've noticed that you guys have backed off on the fruity stuff over the past half a year or so. And I also noticed at that Happy Harry's festival at the Alaris Center that there was a lot less of them there as well. So it must be an industry-wide trend.
Is it a seasonal thing where fruity beers are more popular in spring, summer?
Part of it.
Early fall, maybe?
I mean, realistically, a lot of it comes down to cost. Fruit prices just gone through the roof, you know, and to have to charge $22 to $24 for four 16-ounce beers and just for the general public, they sell, but I sell them in the brewery better than I do out in the market, to be honest. So it's just one of those things. But we're still going to produce one or two, probably every 4 to 6 months. We'll throw one out there, but nothing crazy like we were before. Just because they sit around, which they don't go bad. They take a while to sell, and you know, I know personally when I walk into a liquor store and I see $22 to $24 for 4 beers, I'll pay that at the brewery. I have no problem with that because you're also paying for the experience. You're paying for everything that's around you. But at a grocery store, it's a little harder to push them that way. So we do business a little bit differently, where we want you to come back 10 times versus trying to get what we can out of you 2 times. You know, and that's, to me, I feel like that's a smarter way to do business because you build a clientele that way. You build a family. You build regulars that way. You know, give people a great product at a reasonable price. They're going to come back. And that's the point. No one ever comes back. It doesn't matter how great your beer is if you can't sell it.
Business Basics 101 right there.
Right?
Who knew you were a business teacher?
No, I'm just simple, man.
I don't know, not to give I'm gonna plug the heck out of Half Brothers because I like going there lately. Last year I've been going there more and more just for dinner with the family.
Yeah.
I like doing the pizza special there, the slice of the day, or just like slice
Yeah.
of pepperoni of the day. With usually I'll get try to get a beer, or just usually I get the classic. But now that I've tried a few more this week, and then last week we tried a couple on another show. So
Yeah.
now that I've got a better, more sample of all the offerings you guys have, I'm gonna have to mix it up a little bit more.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you know you could ask to try something when you're in there just to see if you like it?
Yeah.
You did know that?
Yep.
Because I don't think a lot of people know that.
No, I get a lot of people go, can I? I'm like, yeah, you can. Can I taste it? Yeah, of course you can. And if you-
Sometimes I think I'm just like intimidated by the names. Sometimes, like when I'm going there, where I'm like, well, fluffy. What's that gonna taste like?
Right. Well, it's like when people I like to ask the question right off the bat, what do you normally drink? You know, people go, I don't drink beer. Okay, that's not what I asked you. What I asked you was, what do you normally drink? Well, I drink whiskey. Okay, cool. I drink vodka, so fruity stuff. Yeah, perfect. I know. I'm going to try to go to my tap lineup and find something that's going to be in the palate range that you're going to actually try to enjoy. And if you don't like it, tell me you don't like it. But that was a question of what don't you like about it? Why don't you like it? Cool. Now I know which direction to go in. And it's part of the process of what beer tenders do, and that allows people to enjoy their experience versus just getting a beer, not liking it, and going, well, this sucked. And the guy behind the bar, one behind the bar, said, okay, here you go, and moved on with their day. We try not to do that. We want to match a beer with the person to enjoy it.
I should mention Katie's keeping notes and
Are you?
score over
Okay,
I am.
yeah, I got a list.
You got, okay.
You
We're
do,
ranking
thank
this
you.
today. Yeah, we'll compare this. It's okay.
I should have done the same. If you guys are doing your homework,
It's
reference
not
guide.
late.
We've only done 3. You can.
Well, I'm going to say,
Wanna
so
pick
far,
It's not too late.
you've liked all
Yeah.
of
Katie's got
them.
a
So,
pen.
Yeah, right here. I gotta hide mine now because you guys looked at what I.
Oh, I've been checking it every time I write mine down. I'm like, what's
Jeez.
Katie doing?
there is no test. It's fine.
Oh, it's
That's
fun.
what you think.
Because then when I go to Half Brothers, I'll know what to get. Oh. No.
Right? Okay, so what do you, Katie, want to do next? We can either do, because you guys already had the brown, so that should go in the fridge for next time when you guys just want to have a beer. I have Harvester Sour.
Well, me and Dale have had
Yeah,
a
well, I
brown.
was gonna
The
say,
other
Katie-
guys
Katie
haven't.
and I
Oh,
haven't had the
These
brown.
two aren't
Oh,
regulars
Let's
here.
just keep to the script.
Yeah, okay, no, let's just.
Yeah.
You
Wait,
have
wait,
a
hold on.
purpose in what we're doing here.
There's a script?
You brought it out and said we're going to do this in order.
Okay, all right.
go with
John and
Tell 'em,
Katie
give 'em
are
that.
guests here just like you.
Okay,
The last time you
okay.
were here, John was
She
here.
gave me the shot glass
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah. I know
Okay,
I'll
so
drink the whole
explain
thing
this
in that.
one now. This is the brown.
Okay,
I know we've had it on the show, but
this is part of our pub series. What the pub series is those beers that taste like beer. We want to keep it simple. This guy's only 4.1%. You're gonna get a little bit of a nuttiness out of it. It's super crisp. It's super clean. By that, you will understand when we taste a couple of these other beers what I mean by crisp and clean. It's a mouthfeel that you get from it versus something that when you take a drink of it, it lingers in your mouth. It feels heavier. So brown ale. Not a lot of people make a brown ale anymore. So take the combination of the Nodak 23 and the Classic and add a little more flavor to it. Is what you're going to get out of this. So a little bit more of a nuttiness. Oh, did I get everybody? Okay.
What's the name of this one again?
This is our Pub Brown. We do have this in can. This is a taproom release. Our Pub series, we're not going to really can them anymore. We tried it on this one, and it was kind of like, she's over there like, I don't like this.
You know my answer, John.
Your face said your answer.
Dale's turn.
Oh gosh. You know, we're bringing up earlier about the color, people being initial impressions by the color of the. So we'll see how it goes here.
Yeah. So, like I said, a little bit more of a bite, a little more of a flavor.
Yeah, a little bit more of a bite. Not that bad.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Still a good, what we call a transition style beer.
You know, it could also help too that you got this nice. We got this nice plan of all these other beers we're doing in front of us. That could have helped ease me into it too.
Yeah.
But,
You don't
maybe
like
for
that
the
one.
first one, it could be a little. No,
Yeah.
this is actually better than what I was preparing for a bit more of a bite again. But no,
Yeah.
this is good stuff.
I've had people come in before, hey, give me the last beer I had the last night or whenever I was here. And I give it to them, and they go, how was I drinking this? Because I've worked you up to, you didn't drink the same beer every time you had a beer, you know? Like, hey, you want to try something different? If you don't like it, it's fine. But the second half always tastes better. Always.
This is where I have to say we probably should have John's dad here and not John.
JJ would actually be in with us right now. He would carry this conversation. So I understand crisp and clean.
Mhm.
Like, you take a sip of it. Not a beer guy. It's not my favorite
Yeah.
thing. However, when you say crisp and clean, it's that way on your tongue.
Yeah.
Like, it's, I don't know, it's
Our fans are
almost kind
coming
of
back to the
refreshing,
window.
sparkling,
Yeah.
whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it. But yeah,
Flavorful and then goes away.
yep, it's there and gone.
Yeah.
Should we interview our fans?
Yeah. Want to come in?
We have people that enjoy what we're doing.
Definitely underage.
Oh god.
Yeah, I hear. I see you watching.
So, yes, this, like I said, this is one of our pub series. This guy's only 4.1%. So this is definitely something during the summertime. You know, super easy to drink. A little more flavor, but nothing out of the realm of where it's going to be okay to drink.
I like this one every time, more
Yeah.
every time. And this is the third time I've had it now.
Yeah, it's one of those that it grows on you. It really
and
does.
it has. It really has.
So,
All right, Katie's ready for another one.
okay,
Yeah.
now we're going to do a Harvester Sour.
Yep.
Harvester Sour. We're going to change glasses though.
Love the name.
Actually sing it in
Oh.
my head every time I pour one.
Oh,
I'm not even
can you
kidding.
please
Harvester of Sour. Like,
Oh, it's the metal
every
tune.
Metallica.
It's a metal tune.
Are you guys excited for next month? New Metallica?
You know, I would like to say yes, but since the Black Album, I haven't really liked Metallica too much. I think of Metallica, I think Master of Puppets, Ride Lightning, and
80s
Justice for
Metallica,
All. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I'm old. So I like them back then when they had way more of an edge to them, in my opinion. You know, I probably have people telling me that I'm completely wrong right now, and like, I should never talk like this again, but it's my opinion, and I like old school Metallica. Newer, it's like old school Korn. I'm a huge fan of old school.
Dick
but
into
old
heavy
school.
metal or rock. Did anybody hear the big news last night that Nita's back with Alice Cooper coming to Bemidji May 6th?
Well, that's perfect timing for you, isn't it, my
Yes, sir.
Planning on hitting up Alice Cooper there at Bemidji?
Well, he was in town at April last year.
Yeah, I saw him at
And,
Alaris last year.
and then Nita Strauss, the guitarist, left and went with somebody.
What's the last name?
Strauss.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she's an acclaimed guitarist. She is.
Oh, yeah,
phenomenal.
absolutely. Anyways, announced last night she's rejoining Alice for the summer. So I'm pretty excited
yeah.
about that because
Good.
she's really good.
Yeah, she is. I seen her do guest for some WWE. She did like some guest instrumental performances, and yeah, she is awesome.
Sorry, Katie. Thought you had a long lost cousin there for a minute.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Okay.
All right, this is the sour
Now
stuff.
this is a non-lactose goza style
Try it with
sour.
your eyes shut. This
There is multiple different
Okay.
Let
types
the other
of
senses
sours.
take over.
Okay.
Multiple different. So you're gonna get a tartness out of it. This guy is blueberry, raspberry, boysenberry, and strawberry.
Whoa.
I know but
Puckered you up, though.
It's sour. That's why. It's not because it's gross.
yeah, it doesn't taste like beer though.
No, it doesn't.
It's one of those things where people think beer is gonna be it's gonna be Dad's Bud Light or Busch. No, we make stuff
Oh.
that does not taste like beer.
tastes like Sour Patch Kids. Literally, like if you like melt it in the sun,
Yeah.
this is the sugar.
Yeah. No, that's when the next one you'll get the sugar out of it because the next one's a different one. But so this is a Goza style. So we don't use lactose or
I
anything
see.
in this. This is going to have more of a tartness to it, but you do get all those flavors wound up into one. This guy does come in at about 5%, so it's still totally easy to drink. Nothing out of the realm. So if you think of fluffy without the sweetness to it.
What do you think, Dale?
That's definitely a sour. I'm not a fan of sours, to tell you the truth, but I definitely taste the sour.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I've never been to the sour. It's just not up my alley.
I think the lactose is what really pushed me into them.
Yeah, fluffy was probably where I went first because it was on the sweeter side, so it wasn't so abrasive when it came to the sourness. But I've tasted stuff that literally, like, it gets you back in the jaw. You're like, yeah, what? This is not good. Like, what do you think?
I think it's all right.
It's
It's all right.
I'll take all right.
I mean,
You like it?
yeah, so far it's okay. I probably couldn't drink.
This would rock at
16
one of our sour parties.
At our sour party, this would rank.
Wait,
This would
what's a sour
Yeah,
party?
yeah.
Yeah, describe that, please.
I'm curious.
This is a sour party
This
right now.
was totally an accident. So, John and his wife and somebody else used my lake place, and they left a bunch of sours behind on my kitchen counter. So I show up and find these sours and throw them in the closet because I'm like, ew. Well, we're gonna go ice fishing, and him and his wife Stacy show up, and I decide we're gonna try these, and we're all gonna suffer together. And we chilled them all down, and we just had a ball trying all these sours. And I think we've had 3 of them now.
Yep.
And the second one, some jackass who's in the orange shirt right there
Okay.
Not to call you out or anything.
Yeah, it's all right.
shows up with a banana beer.
What the?
I have never in my life before or after spit a drink of beer out. It was putrid smelling. It was putrid tasting. Even the memory of it makes me ill. It was so god awful.
I actually have banana bread beer written down to ask the question about us having a Rego for you.
I actually have on tap right now. We had a Laughing Taffy series. We had an orange and a banana. Remember the old knock knock jokes on the Laughing Taffies? That's where this idea came from one day. And we happened to find a 6-barrel floating around in my cooler downstairs that is a mixture of banana and orange together. I have 5.5 gallons of it. Once it's gone, it's gone. It'll never be in existence again unless magic happens. But it starts off orange and finishes banana. If you like it, come to the tap room, try it out. There's no sticker on the handle. I don't have a label for it. It's just one of those things that just kind of happened to show up, and we're selling it. So it's all word of mouth on that guy getting sold. So if you like banana, it's another sour.
What's that one called again?
It's Laughing Taffy.
Laughing.
Yes,
Sounds good.
it is quite delicious. The banana sold out. I wanted to hate that beer so bad. I
wanted to hate it?
I wanted to hate it.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to eat the beer.
No, I wanted to hate it because I hated banana Laffy Taffies. Hated them.
Yeah.
But I tasted it and I was just like, I was almost mad. I was like, it's good.
Well, I'm going to be honest here that I chose not to even try it because of that thing he brought to my lake place a few years ago. It was just so wrong.
Yeah.
But that being said, we had our third one, and our friend Tom Lom was with us that night. And we're pouring them around, and at about the second one, maybe the third one, big 6'5" bearded dude.
Okay.
What the hell's wrong with you people? And he got up and left.
It was the same day we had the Pocky super hot chips, the bag of them sitting there. And every time somebody would walk by, they'd reach their hand in and grab a couple of chips and then yell at us.
Except for Jason. He took a whole handful and shoved them down his gullet, and then he was dying.
Oh,
That
God.
sounds horrible.
Those Pocky chips, I've had them. You get the ones you get at the gas stations or stores in town. The big bag of Pocky
Yep.
chips. Those are actually tamer than the one chip challenge.
They were way
pack.
tamer than the one chip
Oh,
challenge.
gosh, yeah, those are.
Yeah, no, that sounds horrible.
Have you guys done that yet?
We've
On
done it.
air?
Yes, we have. I
thought
have.
there was. Okay.
Tell us about it.
Live. Oh, I was sitting under the faucet for an hour and a half back there.
You're supposed to use milk, not water.
We did.
We did use milk,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I still was under the sink.
Yeah, and you only had like a quarter of a chip.
Yeah. Dale and Paul had like half a chip.
She
I had
deals
just a
with
little
her
bit.
spicy chips like she deals with her beers.
I guess. You're gonna finish. I cannot wait for that next one.
Well, you gotta finish
You're
that
gonna
one
finish
first.
that one. It's sour.
Well,
Brad,
It's a
anyway.
sour
it's a
beer.
sour
It's
beer.
very, very sour.
But it's a non-beer tasting beer.
Did you say it's berry, berry sour?
It's sour.
That's because of all the berries in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Berry.
All right, what
I'm
do you got
excited.
next?
Next.
Yes.
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbow. Blueberry lemonade sour with lactose.
John, hold
Now,
that
for
other can up.
for the people that don't know what lactose does for a beer, lactose is a unfermentable sugar. So
that's
we
sour.
add it to a beer. That's Harvester.
That's Harvester.
Oh, which
Here,
am
this
I
one.
holding up?
Right
Fluffy.
here.
Oh, here it is.
That one's full.
This is why I came back today.
Yeah, I brought you that for you. That's yours. You're taking that home with you. Okay.
Might have to fight Katie over it after this.
Oh, I win.
Okay. It's already yeah.
'Kay.
It's all yours.
I need two more. Here, you know what? I
You
got
need
my
my
glasses.
little shot
Oh,
glass over
No,
there.
we don't want that glass that had brown
Oh,
stuff
that's
in it.
mine. Yeah.
No, yeah, we do. Oh, should I get? I can't drink though. Like, how much alcohol
Whose
is in that
glass
one?
is that one?
That's. I'm not gonna drink all
Things
that.
that are
There you go.
over.
I'm not gonna drink
No,
all
I'm
of it.
giving her a little one. This is-
Challenge.
I need a little one. Just a little.
Challenge.
Here, that's.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I don't know how you taste it and know if you like it or not after one sip.
Yeah,
but
that's a lot.
it's
All
not a
right,
lot.
here you go.
Okay, taste it. What do you think?
Love it or hate it.
It's
Please
a
say
little
you
less.
hate it because I love it.
Well, yeah, it's a little less sour than the Sour Patch one. So it's more drinkable.
Now
than-
try it again. Give it a fair
Twice?
shot.
Oh yeah. The first drink shocks your palate. The second one, you actually taste it.
It's sweet.
Yeah, that's that unfermentable sugar in there. So
Yeah.
anything that has lactose in it is going to be on that sweeter side.
Dale, you look
Yeah,
a little confused.
No, yeah. At first, I was preparing for more sour there, but no, this is actually a bit smoother than the Harvester.
Yeah.
The Harvester there. So yeah, this one definitely for just a hint of sour, but not as much of a punch as that last as the Harvester. Yeah, this the Fluffy I give a recommendation to. So yeah.
Well, good. That's fantastic. And
I
we're-
don't even need to try it to say
No,
I'm all for it.
I've had a few of these in my day.
And I like John held up to the camera. Love the label for that
That's
one.
a great.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Heck yeah.
If the unicorn got any fluffier, it would not have a head or feet at that point in time.
The only thing I have to say about this beer is it's got a stupid name, but damn, is it a good beer.
It, you know, it was, from what I understand, it was supposed to be a beer that was a one-time make it, be done, just one time. And it is now one of our staples that we have online all the time.
Yeah.
It's becoming one of our popular beers. You know, which all of our beers are popular, but this one, I've seen this show up, and people buy this without even hesitating. The Fluffy is amazing.
Well, you know who's had it because they'll either say fluffy unicorn or I just say unicorn and everybody knows. So
Give me that unicorn thing. All right. But yeah, it's one of those fun ones that we do that people love, and you know, unfortunate for people who can't have lactose, which it sucks. But it's a great beer. It's a solid beer. It comes in at 6%. So the downfall of that is when you open up the second or third can, it's gonna sneak up on you.
This one may be a sipper then, not a rush through it.
Oh no, sir! In the summertime, this thing goes down real good.
Get your funnel out.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And then you follow it up with like a ultra or something like that.
no.
Well, when you're camping, you can't drink 6 to 9% beers
No.
all day long and stay
Sure you
and
can.
stay
It's
awake
just a short
all day long. And then you're opening that pickle Rickle the next morning and putting tomato juice in it. It happens.
So do you get customers asking the most about this one because they probably see the label and go, wait, what's up with that beer?
I do. It's one of those that just the name's so outlandish that people want to taste it because they're like, what does the pink fluffy unicorn taste like? It tastes just like this. It's sweet.
It actually does taste like the label.
A pink fluffy unicorn.
Yeah.
It actually
And
does.
if you ever want to wonder, it's true.
It's dancing on a rainbow.
It is. So this is probably going to be your favorite last beer, because the
Yeah,
next
you're-
one
You have to go with my Chiefs are starting to get rosy, so
You're-
you have to go to
you're
that
gonna-
line.
Well, the classic, I brought those just for people to drink. But this one, this is my favorite. This is what I like to drink. This is what I enjoy drinking. This guy comes in about 5.5% or so. It is more of a West Coast style pale ale. So when this day and age, when you see IPAs, things like that, you can't see through the glass. It's hazy. It's thick. It's darker. It's
Just use that one.
oh no, we're getting new glasses for this. We're getting new. I bought a
He
stack.
came prepared.
I much more prepared than I was last time.
Show prep.
I know, right? You like that? So this is more of a West Coast style. So when it comes to IPAs or pale ales, there's West Coast and East Coast. There's hazies, which are more of that East Coast style of a beer, where when you brew the beer, you go for more of the hops with the flavor of them versus the bitteringness of them. Now this goes more towards the bittering of the world.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
We keep saying West Coast and East Coast.
Okay.
So obviously it was originated one and the other.
Yes.
And
So, 15 years ago, a West Coast IPA, when I started learning about beer, it was crisp, it was clean, you could see through it, and it was really, really bitter. That's what you got. There was no, you've had our morning squeeze, which is a hazy, our double trouble is a hazy, that has more of those citrus notes and things like that.
Same problem.
I'm just laughing at Katie.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
In my world,
They're passing notes, bunk teacher.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you bring enough for everybody? But
Oh.
I know, right? I know. I'm right about the note.
This is a very powerful aroma, Jeremy.
It
Just going
is.
by the-
It's
is.
bad.
it is.
I don't want to.
It smells just like what you think it smells like,
Oh, God.
because those two plants derive from the same plant family. You'll get people that go, "Wow, that smells like
Hold on, there's plants.
danky."
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay, John.
Just hey, do this. Plug your nose. You won't.
I mean, I imagine
No,
you gotta
I'm
have
trying
a
to
customer
figure
base
it's-
where
it's
this is
pungent like a
exactly
plant.
their
This is
Fine,
This
okay,
is
do
this
it.
is what I love.
Yeah.
These are my favorite.
You
Oh.
like this?
Oh, this is
Yeah,
hops all the
oh,
you
way.
have your
God.
senses.
What is this?
Would you
Oh.
You know.
recommend starting with this one or just
No.
like save it, build
It's
up
like
to
a
it?
dandelion.
I can
This
see why
is-
you'd go with this one last, just going by the smell.
No, no, no. I'm sorry.
Are you not a goose egg?
She is. I do not like the
I'm just like, ugh.
Now what I should have done is I should have brought morning squeeze so you could taste a hazy IPA at that point in time, because those are going to be more. I seriously have people that ask me for like, what do you have this like Blue Moon, and I hand them a hazy IPA, and they're like, wow, this is good. What is it? I'm like, it's a hazy IPA, and they go, well, it's an IPA. I don't drink IPAs. I'm like, you are now. You know, but this is, like I said, more in the West Coast style, where the bitterness of the hops shine. It's crisp, it's clean, it finishes nicely, and then that hop just
I didn't
hangs
get
out.
the
in there.
reaction out of you I was expecting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we're on
you-
the same page.
Dale.
Are you warming up to beer finally?
no.
No, I'm not.
You'll hesitate next time I say that.
Oh, that got Dale.
No. Sorry, Jeremy.
No, don't be sorry.
Oh, I need water.
Oh man. No. This reminds me of
Like I don't need a crisp beer after.
Oh
this.
man.
My turn.
That's why you have a palate cleansing beer.
That's why I have 2 cans of
Cheers.
classic sitting here.
Hey,
I mean,
Cheers, sir.
yeah, I see I respect the plan and like just that's powerful. That is very very powerful. A lot of bite. Yeah.
And that's why when people come and go, just give me what you drink. No,
No.
we
You
don't
know-
play this game.
this is something that I'm warming up to.
Really?
I just love the smell of hops. And
So-
I didn't really understand IPA until a couple years ago
Yeah.
of what it actually was. Now, am I going to drink a bunch of these? Absolutely not.
Oh, I'll smash this all day long. All day long.
I'm not going to do that, but I will
My
enjoy.
idea of smash this
couple
and
of
yours are too different.
Yeah, same.
Mine involves a truck driving over it. Yours, you're putting it in you. Why? No, actually, I have a joke. Me and my wife, we first love at first IPA. There's a turn of events of us going to hang out for the very first time. She asked me if I want to get a pitcher of beer, and I said, "Well, it depends on what you're getting." And she goes, "Bell's Two Hearted," and I perked up and went, "Okay."
We could be friends.
And then she goes, "You want to do shots?" I said, "I trust you." And our daughter turns 9 next month, so it's been a while. But yeah, so that was finding the person that enjoys an IPA. Now they're not for everybody. They are not for everybody. They like, and as you've tasted throughout this spectrum of beers that I brought for you guys, there's beers that you like, there's beers that you don't, and there's perfectly fine if you find beers you don't like. But now you know what you don't like.
What's the name of this one again?
This is our Pub Pale Ale.
I just call it Black Bottle.
Black
The
Bottle.
black bottle. Well,
That's
we don't.
right.
Okay, so this isn't canned. Side note: this is only taproom release only. And would you believe this sells extremely well in our taproom? We're not canning it. You can only get it in the taproom. So if you want to try this pale ale, of more of a traditional style, what a pale ale should be at 5.5%, you have to come to the taproom to enjoy it. And being at 5.5%, you can have 2 or 3 of them. Where you get some of these, like the ones that I like, are up in that like 7.2 to 7.5 range. 1 or 2 of those, and you're like, okay, I gotta go. So another one of our pub series that we've started doing.
Now I see you brought that in a growler. Can you purchase? I see this being a more popular thing with more taverns or just like kind of local tap breweries. Is you could actually get growlers and get them refilled there, right?
Yeah.
How does that work?
So growlers are something that a lot of people do that they don't. I'm sorry, I'll drink all of this. I enjoy this. You guys can. There's
why
another
you
can
brought
of
it.
fluffy.
Who wants
There's a
dibs?
couple of these. Yeah, I brought it for myself.
Hey,
You can
hey,
feel-
hey, I'm
what?
sitting right here.
Well, you can drink some too. I got a little more here. So growlers are one of those things that I try to push people away from. And in our brewery, I will fill them, and the reason why is because we can everything. Now, the problems with growler is they let light in. Light and oxygen kill beer. They will oxidize the beer. They make it go skunky, is what people call it. The problems with growlers is like this one. This is technically a crowler size. It's a half gallon, so there's 2 beers in it. Where the actual growlers are 64 ounces that comes with a full gallon, so there's going to be 4 pints in it. Once you open it, you need to drink it. You can't put the cap back on and go finish it tomorrow. If you
I
do,
don't
it's going
see
to be
the problem.
flat. It's going to be flat. It's going to be, it's not the quality of beer that you're going to get off of your first beer you pour out of it. Now, when you buy a 4-pack of beer, your first beer tastes just like your last beer. And that's the point, is that you want to be able to enjoy every one of your beers the same way you would in the tap room pouring yourself a beer. So because we can things, I like to try to push people towards the 4-packs. It's the same amount of beer. It's a better vessel. Doesn't let light in. Our canning system, we do a CO2 blast in all of our cans, so there should be very little to almost no oxygen in the cans to oxidize them. And you just get a better product that way. And the fun one is people go, well, I could taste the metal.
Uh-huh.
Do you know the kegs they go into are metal?
If you're at 17 North 3rd Street, look behind the bar and you'll see those kegs that are going into.
Well, those are the fermenters. So which are
No, not
metal.
those. The stack of kegs to the left
Oh
there.
yeah, those. Well, we got new cans in. Our cans are all going black now. So with our
Well, I
our
was
label,
talking
with our
about the
black
kegs
labels.
because last time I was in there, they had. The last time I was in there, they had stacks of kegs.
It's an endless cycle of kegs coming in and kegs going out. Those are most likely us getting dropped off, probably 10 pallets of kegs that need to be cleaned and filled full of beer and sent back out to the market.
So how many kegs come in and out on an average week or month? What are you guys doing there? I mean, what's a production like? A production week?
You know,
At Half Brothers like?
I don't deal with a lot of the production.
Okay.
I take care of the tap room and the restaurant side of it.
Yep.
At this point in time, I can say we usually can probably at least twice a week. At this point in time, when summer comes, it'll probably get ramped up some. We do carry 8 10-barrel fermenters and 2 20-barrel fermenters. So a keg, a half barrel is 15 and a half gallons.
Correct.
So each one of these fermenters, the 10 barrels, will fit technically 20 kegs in it. When we can off of those, I think we do roughly 70 cases of cans, and the rest all goes into kegs. I know that I'm allotted usually 4 to 5 kegs of each thing in the tap room, depending on what it is. Depends on how fast it goes. I like to try to go through 4 or 5 kegs. 1 a week would be nice. You know, on the weekends we're popping kegs left and right. 1 week my keg cooler will be completely full. The next week I'm like, I need beer again. And cans isn't always a constant ordering them from the brewery. We try to separate the tap room and the brewery side of things. That way, when I need cans or things like that, I actually make an order for the brewery to take what I need. I also double check with Chad to see if he has things out there in the market that I don't know that aren't in our system yet for me to see if he's selling it. So it's I mean, realistically, about a keg a week of each thing we go through, and I got 20 different kegs or 21 different beers on tap right now.
Okay.
So some beers move faster than others. If you do the mistake of putting too many of the same flavor or style on, then they sit around a little bit longer. So it's a constant juggle and battle. And there's stuff that's gone out to distribution that we bring back because, like, well, I'm out of it in the tap room. I need it, so we'll bring it back from our distributor to sell it in the tap room.
Okay. So I have one more question talking about the pale ale.
Yeah.
EPA versus IPA. It's a different, more than just a difference of letters.
You know, I haven't had enough experience, I guess, with EPAs.
Okay.
IPAs, EPAs. To me, when I go out, I've had a few EPAs, and they're kind of, to me, in the same flavor range. I like to try to go off of beer versus flavor versus what they say it's going to be. It's kind of like when you order a sample from me and they go, "What is this?" I say, "It's beer. Taste it." And they look at me and go, "Well," I'm like, "Taste it," because if I tell you what it is, you're going to get a conception in your head what you think it's going to be. So, but yeah, that one I'm not sure what the actual difference between the two are.
Okay.
So this is turning into everything I hoped. I mean, very educational. Not necessarily a catfish show, but hey, we're learning stuff I didn't know.
It's making me feel like I actually know something.
Well, you do, because clearly you're making a guy like me understand what I'm hearing. So
You know, after 25 years of being in this industry, I never thought that this would be my career to, hey, you're going to go drink beer and talk about beer. Have fun.
All right. So if we're asking questions and learning stuff now,
Okay.
I got another beer question. So you talked about soaking beer and coffee twice now tonight, right?
Yep.
What's the process of soaking in coffee? What else do you soak beer in? There's got to be more than just coffee.
Anything you can soak beer. Okay, so once after you brewed it, you made your mash, you boiled it, you added everything you need to add to it. It goes into fermentation. When we cold crash it to stop the fermentation process is when we add flavor to it, whether it's fruit or coffee or anything like that. What we do is we actually take the coffee, put it in bags, like mesh bags, and we throw it in the fermenter, and it just sits there. And as it sits there, that coffee flavor, you know, as you steep something pretty much,
Yeah.
but it's cold, so that's where the flavor comes from. So we actually use whole coffee beans when we do this. So that's when you get a lot of your flavor. There's multiple different ways to get flavor. You can do it during the boil. You can do it during cold crashing. You can do it during fermentation, things like that.
And these are whole beans that we're using?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not grinding it up or anything. We're using whole beans. I'm not sure how many pounds of beans we put into each 10-barrel batch. Like I said, that's as time goes on, I would like to know more about the brewery side of things, but we're getting there. I'm getting there, I should say.
That's good.
Katie.
Huh?
Really?
Yes. I am sending a picture.
You want to tap off?
I'm sending a
Pop off
picture
the
of
top
my
glass
of the
there.
table to my friend on Snapchat.
All right.
So I'm advertising,
I like advertising.
technically.
I like advertising.
Well, that's what we're
This
doing
is going to
here.
Florida.
I was hoping Chad was going to join us, but he was busy out of town.
Oh, what's this one?
Yeah,
Big fluffy unicorn
He-
dancing on a
he
rainbow.
has-
Again?
God.
Keep the ball rolling.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a man that wears many hats. He wears many
You need a
hats.
top?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I do get to see him every now and then at work, and then sometimes when we live in kind of the same area, so we wave at each other when we pass each other.
We've crossed the hour mark already, so I think we're going to start wrapping it up. I want to thank you for coming in and explaining this to us. I hope the listeners liked it as much as we did. I think maybe we need a season of beer casting next season and just do it right down at the tap house. That'd be way fun.
We
too.
could do that. I got the whole entire basement area. A lot of people know what we have down there.
I'll just do it right in the tap room. We can have guests as
We
we roll.
can do the tap room. We can do it back in the brewery. As long as we Z's not back there doing stuff. Yeah, that's not a problem.
We'll have to discuss that in the off season. So overall, Miss Producer Katie with her
still
nose turned up.
I'm still smelling this one. I'm gonna make a TikTok collage of all my faces.
What would be your favorite of the day?
So did you like
Yeah.
one?
What did you
Let's hear
like?
your list.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Then we're gonna hear yours.
We're gonna
Oh,
get
yeah,
there.
I can go first. If
All
you
right.
want.
get there.
Yes. Coffee one. Number one.
Okay. Then I would suggest trying the Bully Brew Coffee Brown Ale next.
Okay. Good to know.
We don't have that one here, but
I don't.
Good to
you
know.
can go down
In case
there.
I ever go down there. I did have Sour Patch as yes, but then once I tasted the unicorn one.
Harvester of Sour. So we have a sour gummy series also, which is different. It's another Goza style, but which is what the Harvester of Sour is. That style, more of a tartness, less of a sweetness to it. But yeah, so we do have another series.
Okay, carrying on.
So technically, just the only yeses were the coffee and the unicorn one.
Okay.
I moved the Sour Patch one to the no.
Sure.
The rest of them were no's, unfortunately.
Don't be unfortunate. What did you learn tonight?
I learned what I like and what I don't like.
There you
I
go.
don't like sour stuff.
You missed
I
one. You
like
learned to
sweet stuff.
try stuff.
Yeah, I don't do that enough.
So next time you come in, I want you to come in and try our Morning Dreams.
Oh,
I like
It is-
dreams
It
a
is
lot.
a dream, or is a creamsicle inspired lactose sour. I also have a non-alcoholic version
I have
of it.
those at home. I do.
Creamsicles.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
We also have a non-alcoholic version called Nomosa.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I haven't grabbed it yet.
It's
I've
really
seen
good.
it a few times.
you
now.
can't tell the difference. If I pour one in each glass, you won't know which one's which.
For a mimosa and a no mosa.
From
From
the
the
from the
creamsicle.
Morning Dreams and the Nomosa. Yeah,
Brad, was that the one you brought in that one week that was non-alcoholic?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay,
Yep.
yeah.
We had it
you
on the
can't-
show.
You can't tell.
And you can spike it if you want, huh?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
I like it.
Once
Dale.
you take it out of my tap room, I don't. You can do whatever you want with
Dale,
it.
let's hear what you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you like?
For my top picks, I kind of put, for the top four, I got Pub Brown. I made sure to put in parentheses after a couple. Because that was the one we built up a little bit towards
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But I dug that more than I thought I would. Wedding Wheat was, again, another one better than I thought it would be because it's like I referenced, it was like I'm not used to wheat beers being that smooth.
Yeah.
And then the top two, I put what was the proper name of this coffee when we tried again?
The coffee would be
The albino buffalo.
Albino. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll write that down. That would be my second favorite, and then the favorite, the Nodak. Yeah.
Nodak? Okay.
Really?
Definitely,
Yeah.
yeah. Nodak's I gave that the perfect 10.
Cool.
Hey, we got a perfect one
A
today.
perfect 10. I like it. You know what? I just try for okay and good.
I got one question before we go off. So I like strawberries. Do you have any strawberry drinks?
I have a couple
Okay.
seltzers right now. I do have a strawberry
Okay.
lemonade flavor. I also have a black cherry flavor, a
Okay.
blue raspberry lime flavor, black cherry.
Okay.
So, a side note, real quick. What's kind of cool about that is the fact that we take one of our beers that we make. That's how we get our Nomosa and our Nope, which are our NAs. We take it to a company. They separate the ethanol out of it. We turn around, take the ethanol, and we make seltzer out of it. So I have a bunch of kegs of just plain, no flavored seltzer. Then we add flavors to what you do. So we actually take one beer, and right now I got 5 different flavors. So we make six different items out of one beer, which is kind of neat to be able to utilize that. So if you do like non-alcoholic stuff, we have that, or seltzers. We do have those on available at the tap room also.
Okay. Good to know.
I vote we do a seltzer day someday.
Please.
You have to do that at the tap
You're in?
room.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
love
No,
seltzers.
let's
I
go
have
to the
s-
tap room.
Yeah.
I have seltzers
Katie's
back
in.
there right now.
Well, I mean,
Well, I don't
let's
make
do
those.
this right.
Does Paul let you take the remote gear by yourself, Dale?
I've done it a couple times.
Yeah, we can invite Paul
Yeah.
if we need to.
Yeah,
We
we,
can,
Yeah,
we
can
can't
make it
can
work.
it. We don't can our seltzer.
We'll figure it out.
That
yeah.
might end up being our last show of the season.
We talk to Paul, figure things out here.
That might
Let's
be
do it
our
on the
last
weekend.
show of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, weekends are gone for this guy for the next 8 months.
I wish I had that problem.
All right. I know you're not a beer fan, but let's hear it.
All right. Not a beer fan. Let's talk about some pink fluffy unicorn dancing on a rainbow. Again, aces. Great. Harvester Sour second, of course, for me. The albino buffalo surprised me. Loved the aroma when you poured it. Decent flavor for a coffee. It still tastes like beer to me, but up there. Yeah, I
Cool.
probably will buy that for somebody to give somebody or
Cool.
split out at some point. Nodak 23 brown ale wedding wheat was a little surprising
Yeah.
to me too. I really thought that I was going to turn my nose up at that one, and I tasted it, and it wasn't as bad as. And then pub pale ale. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can eat dandelions anytime I'd like.
Yeah.
What?
See what? It tastes like you're eating dandelion. Have you never ate a dandelion? They're edible.
Wait, the black one?
Yeah, in the jar.
Oh, it tasted like bleach to me.
Tastes like what was that? Oh.
That's my comparison.
Get out.
That's interesting to hear your comparison.
Get out. You're done.
What was your analogy there again?
Go back and rewatch it.
Oh my gosh.
Keep going.
If I had a feeling, it would have been hurt.
Oh.
He said dandelions.
It's here. You want to try it again?
That's organic, at
I've got
least.
a little bit left.
I'm good. You gave me this. Still
It's
trying to
the
work
pink-
on this.
Ooh.
All right. Well, I'm gonna skip to me.
Yeah.
I would say of all the ones here, unicorns.
Yep.
Of all the ones here, I would say my least favorite, and we haven't even opened it yet, is classic, and that's just because I like all of the different flavors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not saying I don't like classic. I just think we can do better with all the different options that we have.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And
Well-
you've already expressed pretty well that you like the.
Oh, the one that all of you guys are like, no.
No,
I'm
hey.
like, yes. So this is why, like I said, when people come in and go, just give me what you drink, I say no.
Because it tastes like dandelions.
Hey, at least it's organic.
Touche.
Bleach is not.
So
I'm not sure if you're invited back for this next
Probably
time.
not. I need to. Yeah, probably not.
producer,
I'm bad.
producer Katie
I'm
is
not a beer.
now
I'm like John. I'm not a beer person.
ex-producer
Oh
Katie.
no.
Look, that's
So-
why she's not producing this season.
Did you like
I'm busy with
working with
school.
us? Did you like it? Because it's over.
You know, one last thing we should make sure to give you a hearty plug to is I kind of referenced it a little bit earlier, but for people not familiar with Tap Brothers, you got a ton of food options besides
Oh, yeah.
beer.
That's,
yeah.
that's
I was
exactly
gonna
it.
bring that up. That don't forget to go down there and try the pizza, the pretzel sticks, the pizza rolls.
We
not
make
pretzels,
all
but-
of our dough in-house.
Just a slice of
We
pizza.
make our own sauces. Yeah, pizza by the slice.
Oh.
$5.75 for a cheese or pepperoni. Or $7.75 for a specialty. What we do is
What
we
pizza?
take a 20-inch pizza and we cut it into 4 pieces. So you
Oh,
get
yeah.
literally a quarter of a 20-inch pizza for $5.75 for either pepperoni or cheese or a specialty. Yeah,
Wow.
it's ridiculous.
Hold it steady. Oh, look
I
at
love
that.
it when when people go, give me 2 slices. I'm like, how hungry are you?
That's good.
But yeah, we make our own dough, our own sauces. We do wings, we do nachos. Yeah, just
Like I said, my favorite thing in there is pizza. So the pretzels are really good, but those
Yep.
pizza rolls,
yeah,
outstanding.
Yeah.
You got to go have pizza rolls.
Oh yes. I
yeah.
love-
They're,
It's like
they're-
a cinnamon roll, but pizza.
yeah,
Even better.
Pepperoni, pepperoncinis, mozzarella rolled up as a cinnamon roll style.
Love the pretzel
Yeah.
bites. Yeah.
Yeah.
With ranch.
pretzel bites all the way. For
You
me.
gotta try our beer cheese, homemade beer cheese from scratch. Our classic golden
You love
ale.
beer cheese?
Yes, that's what comes with the pretzels.
I love.
We
beer
actually
cheese.
use our classic golden ale inside of our beer cheese that we make. So yeah, if you haven't eaten there, come down, try something. You know, we don't have a huge menu. We have a very small menu, but I like to think we do a pretty darn good job of doing what we do.
This is where I add in anyone fishing with me here in 2023 will be getting a Half Brothers gift card to go down before their trip and try all the
Yes.
food, beverage, and everything else. And you'll get to see my bearded friend here.
You are on camera, so anytime I fish with you, this is a great deal.
You're not a paid customer. Sorry. There is
How
some
do I
restrictions apply. Well, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you for coming in
Well,
and
thank you.
explaining
Thank you.
this to us. I want to thank you for coming in and being a good sport.
Thanks.
Dale, it's been a pleasure because you're always working over here and not sitting in the show, except for our gear show
Yeah.
that's coming up soon.
Your show coming up. Good one there.
And then there's you.
And then there's me.
I don't know what to think.
Ex-producer now.
Ex-producer Katie.
Yeah, I don't know. No, it's fine. I'm just proud that you tasted new stuff.
I did, and I don't like coffee, but I really like that one. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to have more. That one surprised me
The albino.
Did right from the start.
because it's like coffee and beer. I was like, how is that
it's
gonna
over
like
here,
taste
Brad.
good?
You're looking for
And
this
it
empty?
does. I like it. It's like warm. Has like a warm taste to it. So is that what you consider smooth?
Albino
Yes.
Buffalo.
Okay.
Or I
what
consider
you
that,
mean
I
by
consider
smooth.
that crisp and clean.
Okay.
like how this last one was really hoppy, really bitter, how
Yeah.
it hangs out. It doesn't finish it
I
clean.
think the albino
it
buffalo
hangs
should
out.
go on the wall.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to put it up
Yeah.
there? I'll peel it for you.
You should probably go ahead and peel that. I mean,
That one's a yes.
you know, incorporate that label into the production side of the world here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, everybody, I'm going to wrap it up. We're going to talk to our friends at Muskox Snowblowers, and we are going to come back and call it an episode.
Hey, if you move snow with a skid steer, you've got to see the Muskox difference. A patented back drag feature allows operators to blow snow while back dragging in front of obstructions. You know, garage doors, siding, and fire hydrants. Now, this saves time and money while lowering injury risk by decreasing manual labor. The optional dual auger, called the dually, helps the operator eat through big snowfalls, ice-crusted snow, and blow more snow while back dragging. And the glide plate, it allows you to glide over grass and gravel without ripping up the soft surfaces. Subsequently, create an instant torque of the lower cutting edge to break up snow and ice to better expose hard surfaces. See the Muskox difference. Go to muskox.com or Facebook at Muskox Snowblowers or call 218-288-1905. See the difference for yourself. It's the Muskox difference.
With that, I want to thank once again ex-producer Katie for coming in,
Thank you.
my friend John Falk for being a good sport,
Thanks,
our
sir.
friend Jeremy for taking an hour out of his day and coming over here and hanging with us
My
to
pleasure.
explain what they do at Half Brothers, and of course Dale, who's behind the board now. Between now and next week, be sure to check out all shows on Grand Forks Best Source. Check them out at gfbestsource.com. Any old Catfish Best Source are available at redrivercatfish.com. Just click the podcast button or go to Podbean and find the audio files under Catfish Best Source. If you'd like to fish with me or look up more information, go to redrivercatfish.com. Find me under Brad Durick Outdoors at Facebook and Instagram. Until next week, I am your host, Brad Durick. What, John?
I was going to say, you probably should talk about the Drayton Dam really quick.
Late.
Keep going. Okay.
I was going to
Okay,
say,
so we end the show.
a little catfish in here real quick.
Time out! Time out!
The Red River changed this last week. The Drayton Dam got pulled out, and you got to run up there and see it. Can you?
Yeah, they
run that
started
down?
taking out the famous Drayton Dam. We're not sure what it's going to mean for catfishing in the future. It should be good for Grand Forks, should be good for Fargo. I don't know that it's necessarily going to change much for boat fishing in Drayton, but it is an end of an era.
Yeah. So check out Brad's Facebook. He's got a couple of posts on that.
All right, game on. Roll the beautiful music.